This website reacts to your head movements. Today I will show you how we build it using vibe coding. I will share the prompts, the Figma files, and a few interaction experiments, plus a couple ideas you can steal for your own projects. So, let's go! This whole idea came from 3 different moments that suddenly connected. First, I was doom scrolling X and many designers were building interesting interaction with vibe coding, using cameras, WebGL, cursor, phone gyroscopes, and so on. It was all super cool stuff, but most of the time it remained an experiment. Then one day our designer showed me something interesting. He said, what if we use the webcam to control a panorama with head movements? And I had first thoughts like, okay, that could be interesting. I wanted to try it in a real project. We started to design a site for our studio and I thought the logo needs to feel alive. It was like a boom, everything came together. Head tracking magic, a design concept around movement, plus our goal to make an expressive website that basically says, yes, this agency knows how to play with cool web stuff. Head movements worked great on the homepage, but I had a question. Would it work on the rest of the site? Of course, we needed to scale this idea across the entire project. And so here's what we built. On journal, arrows follows your gaze. On services, the whole page moves with you. And we drew buildings in Amsterdam's iconic style. Here are a few interesting details from the process. The Amsterdam houses. I walked around the city, took photos, and tried to preserve the architectural details. Then I made illustrations, all by myself, with no help from AI. Yeah, like a old school approach. And second story, services was a nightmare. We built 3 versions because the original idea was a pain to implement. Combining 3D, scroll and head tracking just created endless bugs. So what I want to say here is, sometimes it's easier to change the design instead of fighting with one hard idea for hours. And one more small thing. When we designed our identity, we had different options of the head. We even added a small Easter egg. Just open your mouth and see what happens. I promised to show the prompts, so here is the first one we use for the homepage. Quick reality check. Of course, the final result rarely comes from a single prompt. We went through many iterations and gave the AI a lot of examples and pieces of code. I also prepared a list of technologies and keywords that can help you recreate this effect. You can see the list on the screen. So, this video wasn't just about showing off our new website. I also wanted to share a bigger idea. I think the next stage for vibe coding designers is finding real use cases for these experiments. It started as a developer thing, but designers are using it now too. So maybe it needs a new name, like I don't know, vibe designing. It's funny, I made this video before Google launched Stitch, and now a lot of people call it vibe designing. But seriously, designers can rethink navigation, how we present content, and the emotional experience of websites. I want to explain my idea and one last example before I go. We were thinking about a website for a typeface. One of our designers came up with a simple idea. Instead of typing words, you just say them. You speak and the words appear on the screen in the font. This is a simple interaction, but it creates a completely different way to explore new typeface. My friends, that's all. It was Eugene from Mindset. You can find the links on the description. See you next time. Bye bye.